get to see is they're gonna really get to see some real results. Then your next job after you turn that critic into a coach is to develop some sustainability and some longevity. So that's why the structure of your business is important. You want to create a solid foundation, right? Because without a solid foundation, what's going to happen? Your business is going to collapse. So therefore, you build leaders, you develop leaders. How you do it is you become a leader, right? Because once you become a leader and you're aware of that, you're now starting to become a better one. So you got to understand, are you here to hit chairman? Like, is chairman something in your future? Because it should be. With that being said, the business structure, the things we talk about on these Friday calls are important. You see who left on the calls? Those leaders. Y'all are leaders, right? This business structure, as I said, helps you understand, okay, how do I develop the business aspect of it? You guys know how to do the trade, Miss Simon says. So now let's get into your second stream of revenue now. Let's get into lock in the residual, because remember, passive income is going to make you rich, but residual income will make you wealthy, right? So how you do this and what you're doing after you realize the business structure is your level of awareness leads to that education. This is my favorite thing about this business, because it's always the same. That level of awareness leads to your education, getting educated in regards to the business. Then that education leads to your results. You actually getting your first signups, right? That results leads to your growth. And then that growth leads to what? Your promotion. So that's what I mean by that when I say that. So the vision is something ultimately everyone is trying to, like, the vision, honestly, ultimately everyone's trying to get to the next level. Like, that's what's happening. So we got to be aware of that. That's a part of the raising your level of awareness. So a person may come into your business and say, I only want to do X, Y, and Z, but that just means that they want to get to the next level, because X, Y, and Z, the regards is still money. That's why this team is important, because we're teaching everyone about money. So that way together, everyone achieves more, right? So why do people join a business? I always try to instill this principle into y'all, so that way you can understand that all businesses solve problems, right? All businesses solve problems. So people are joining your business because they have some sort of problem that they want to solve. It may be income, it may be time, it may be just happiness, as I always say, right? But that helps you, like, understanding why someone joins your business helps you help them, right? So the main question should be, how many lives can you impact? And you have to be able to accommodate for all types of people, no matter what walk of life, where they come from. Like, you want to be able to accommodate for them. Like, we're not only going for income. This is a personalized approach. So you got to define that person's problems. Again, why did that person join your business? If you want to build this business now, you got to start asking those sort of questions, because then it makes it easier for you. It makes it easier for you to know how to tailor the plan for that individual. So I want y'all to write that down. Like, Why did this person join your business? It's got to be your question, right? It's got to be the first thing that you're going to ask yourself once this person decides to sign up and get involved in your business. Why did they join? Was it for income, time, or just general happiness, right? Because your job as a business owner now is to help that individual, right? Help that individual either A, replace their income, 2, create some more time freedom, or 3, show them a community that is involved with it, with their growth, right? So you being profitable in regards to the business is strictly determined by how many lives you can change, how many problems you can continue to solve. That's why it goes down to you have to be able to accommodate for all types of people, all personalities, right? Know why your newest person joined your business. You want to be completely aware of that. Again, because that's going to help you. That's going to help you with understanding how to A, develop them, and B, help get them to the next level. Help show them exactly what it is they need to be doing that's going to be efficient for them, right? So real quick, some last principles that I want to help you understand when it comes to just this business and knowing, right? And the first thing is knowing that your newest member lacks understanding. Okay. So with that being said, if your newest or if your newest member is lacking understanding, right, they're going to also lack the level of awareness to know that they're leveling up at all. Now, don't let that go over your head, because what that means is if they don't even know that there's a possibility they can be making money their first 48 hours because they lack that understanding, which leads to them having no awareness, right? So you have to immediately get them plugged into either their first live session that you get them plugged in together, which will create awareness. You can't miss that session, right? You got 24 to 48 hours once you get a new person launched to get them launched, which means their first live session or either a session with you where you're going through the platform for them. You're helping navigate them. That's an important part of your business. It's an important part of you helping that newest member who lacks understanding understand, right? So once you do that, it's going to lead to their awareness, which then is going to lead to their education, right? Which then we'll be able to follow the rest of the process. So giving them that, that awareness, or giving them that, raising their level of awareness, it's essential. It's essential. It's essential for you as a leader to understand how to do that. And I just told you how you do it. For 1, live sessions, or 2, you do a session with them, basically a launch call, going through the information, going through how to navigate IM.Center. Think about your experience. Go back and you do the same thing with them, okay? You do that with every member that comes into your organization. And you try to do it as fast as you can within the first 24 to 48 hours, because if you don't, they'll drop, right? Sell them a kit, watch them quit. So you want to be on top of that, right? So drop some 777s if that's making sense for y'all. And we gonna just kind of brush up on what we talked about last weekend. We're gonna wrap this whole little uh thing up, drop some 777s. Is that making sense? If you're understanding that, hopefully you guys are taking some good notes. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna just kind of wrap up what we've been talking about for the last 2.5 2 weeks, or this is the third week actually. The first week, again, we talked about the business. We talked about understanding that you have to secure more than just one income. You don't want your income to be linear, which means one source, right? So we talked about how to start to expose people to the business. We talk about systems, save yourself some time, energy, and money, right? And then we also talked about phone work, pardon me. We talked about phone work where on the phone, it's not necessarily we're selling them anything. We're giving them a vision. We're giving them a vision, right? It's called belief building. We are speaking life into them. So we're being a source of inspiration and motivation, right? As I told you guys as well, we believe in people, we don't believe people, right? For multiple reasons. First reason is people will let you down, and you gave them the chance to do that for that simple reason, right? So you want to be highly aware of that. You got to make this make sense to people. We talked about phone calls. Phone calls are for understanding, as I said. Phone calls are not for instructions. Phone calls are to help people understand, and you give clarity, right? Because understanding is three-dimensional. Who, what, right? When, how, where, like all of these different things and variables take place. So during that phone call, it's pretty much like you're filling holes to a question. Maybe they didn't understand how to plug in to go live. We talked about only assuming that people were not making money. The reason you do that is it helps you stay on top of your team and your organization. So that way, again, it makes sense. And this business is all about making it make sense. You have to make it make sense to people. They're not going to get it right away for the simple fact they haven't experienced anything like this. They haven't experienced anything like this. Now, last week again, we talked about phone work. We talked about the art of edification, right? We talked about from there getting a person educated, right? We talked about results. Today we talked about building, right? Now, what I want to do is I'm just kind of end this conversation with the importance of building. The importance of building, because what you're doing is you're building a relationship. You're building that relationship with individuals. This business helps you, yes, become the best version of yourself, but also helps you become really good at building relationships, right? The relationships that you're building is using simple processes, right, to duplicate massive results, right? But understanding that we're using, yes, simple processes to duplicate massive results, but it all starts during the onboarding process. It all starts during the launch call. It all starts during that first interaction with you. So you have to become a person of value, become a person of increase. That's what's going to be essential to your growth. Because once you become a person of value and increase, you then can now develop what's known as influence. Okay? Now, this stage is for everybody. That's what I love about this business and this opportunity is anybody can walk across that stage and get on that stage. It's just, are you going to work for it? Are you plugging in? Are you extracting information to a way that you're utilizing that extracted information that is going to benefit you, that is going to grow you, that's going to allow you to become, again, the person that you want to become? So again, these Zoom calls ain't to motivate you, ain't to inspire you. It's to get you to understand what we're doing, right? We take these notes so that way you're not just talking, you're actually pouring real knowledge and game into people. You're actually giving them useful information, right? So family, this week I want you to focus on creating some real relationships that's going to last a lifetime. This coming week, I want you to develop leaders in a way that no matter what, that individual is going to be able to really change their life and have some real quantum leaps, right? Using the information and what it is you're showing them, for the simple fact that you introduced them. This week, I wanted you guys, and I want to see you guys hit some new ranks, right? This week, I want to see some quantum leaps. And I'm saying I want to see for the simple fact that I know it's possible, and I know that, and I've seen it for myself before, what it is that you can actually accomplish when you're actually focused, when you actually have the right information in front of you, right? So again, this week, I want to see you guys utilize it. I want to see you guys utilize the information that you've been learning. I want to see you actually change your life, because that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But you got to understand this, as I said in the beginning, when we first started this, do you believe it's possible? Do you really think that you can make this thing happen? It's not what I think, right? Is, do you think you can really make this thing happen? Because I know you can. Once you make your mind up, you're going to be able to do so. But not until then, right? So family, it's Friday. Make sure you do what people don't so you can do what they can't. And continue to hustle, continue to grind. I'm going to see you guys inside the groups. I'm going to see you guys on Sunday. Let's get it. Make sure y'all do some studying. Make sure y'all do some networking. And let's make it happen. All love, guys. Let's go.